Hey there, history buffs! Welcome back to another deep dive into the intricate web of our past and present. Ever wondered if colonialism is really over, or if its shadow still looms large over certain parts of the world? Well, today, we're diving into a topic that's both complex and crucial: how France is still exploiting Africa. Yes, you heard that right. Despite the end of formal colonial rule, the exploitation continues in more subtle yet equally damaging ways. And trust me, it's not ancient history. This is happening right now. The mechanisms of control have simply evolved. First off, let's talk about financial mechanisms. These are the invisible chains that bind economies and dictate the flow of wealth. France has cleverly created a system where 14 African countries use the CFA franc, a currency controlled by, you guessed it, France. This arrangement dates back to the colonial era and has been maintained to this day. This means these nations have limited control over their own monetary policies. They can't devalue their currency to boost exports or control inflation independently. Essentially, it's like having a steering wheel, but France controls the engine. The direction may be yours, but the speed and power are not. Next up, unfair trade practices. These are the age-old tactics that keep the scales tipped in favor of the powerful. Picture this: African nations export raw materials like cocoa, oil, and minerals to France at dirt-cheap prices. These resources are the backbone of many African economies, yet they are sold for a fraction of their true value. Then France sells back finished products at a premium. The profit margins are enormous, but the benefits are not shared equally. It's a vicious cycle that ensures Africa remains stuck in an economic rut. The wealth generated from African resources rarely makes its way back to the people who need it most. And let's not forget resource extraction. This is where the exploitation becomes most visible and devastating. French companies have a stranglehold on African resources. They extract vast amounts of minerals, oil, and other valuable commodities, often with little regard for environmental or social consequences. Take the uranium mines in Niger, for example. This uranium is essential for France's nuclear power industry, yet the local communities see little benefit. French corporations extract uranium essential for France's nuclear power, yet Niger remains impoverished. The wealth generated from these resources rarely trickles down to the local population. It's like draining someone's lifeblood and offering them crumbs in return. What about political interference? This is another tool in the arsenal of modern exploitation. France has a knack for meddling in African politics to keep governments favorable to their interests and power. This often involves supporting regimes that are willing to play ball, regardless of their democratic credentials. This often leads to instability and corruption, stifling true progress. The people suffer while the elites prosper. In essence, it's modern-day puppetry. The strings may be invisible, but the control is very real. So is France's grip on Africa finally loosening? Are we witnessing the end of this exploitation? There are signs of hope. Movements for change are gaining momentum, and the voices demanding justice are growing louder. Recently, countries like Mali and Burkina Faso have started pushing back, demanding more autonomy and fairer deals. These nations are taking bold steps to reclaim their sovereignty, but the struggle is far from over. The road to true independence and equality is long and fraught with challenges. Now, I know this is a lot to take in, but it's crucial we stay informed. Knowledge is power, and understanding these dynamics is the first step towards change. We can't change the past, but we can influence the future. By staying informed and engaged, we can support efforts to end exploitation and promote justice. So keep learning, keep questioning, and let's strive for a world where exploitation is history. Together, we can make a difference. If you found this video eye-opening, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Your support helps us continue to bring these important stories to light, and drop a comment below. Let's get the conversation started. Thanks for watching. Stay curious and stay informed.